I meditated to Mother Moon a few days ago. I think she granted me some moon abilities or magic. Cause my ass has been looking fantastic.
Here we go.
Hello friends, fams, foes, and spooky witches. Today we'll be taking a look at Witches versus the Patriarchy. A friend of mine recommended this a few months ago for me just to post some of my work on, and I started glancing through it and it hit home. So I wanted to share some of this angst and pride with you today. So let's take a look at the memes. My son recently informed me that wall people who always have their eyes open don't like us anymore. Just curious if anyone is free tonight to help me move out. Why is it in America we're all scary, move out, and everywhere else they're like, yeah, that's Steve. He's a 1,000-year-old vengeful goblin spirit. Leave a hot dog in the woods on a full moon and he's quiet for the next year. Why can't we aspire that kind of friendship? As soon as I saw this one, I was so excited because I love goblins and I'm so unique. I love goblins. But still, like, there was a 1,000-year-old goblin spirit. You know how old that goblin would have been? Or if this is just a spirit that's lasted that long? And the raunchiness and, like, the nastiness of that goblin, just to give it a little hot dog just to make sure you're safe for the time being. It would probably protect you and it would eat all your rats. It's a win-win situation. And I somewhat treat any spirits that I might sense exist. I don't entirely know if they exist formally on this plane, but when I sense it, I try to just stare them straight on and be like,
So what do you want?
so I guess that's why I kind of knew I was a witch all along. Me. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed early tonight. Me at 2 a.m. Satanic meditative ritual music. Spirits everywhere. I legitimately left a bonfire party the other night for the full moon, and I left at like 9 because I was really bored because no one would talk to me about D&D, and that's all I want to talk about, or my comic. And I went to a hilltop because it was at a camp, and I got the perfect view of the moon, lit a candle, and started doing my tarot card readings. And so a few people walked by and looked at me like I was weird and asked me like if I was gonna have a good night, and I was like, yeah, I hope so. The moon looks good, right? And
They were like, and
I was like, okay, bye. And I went back to the party and did end up talking about D&D with someone, a very cool person I met. To all teen girls, if you're being followed or hit on by a strange man when you're in public, walk toward an older woman you see and say loudly, Mom, a strange guy's hassling me. He won't leave me alone. Every one of us has been there. We will be there for you. This is actually it's amazing to read. I don't know if I believe it for all women because not all women are great, just like not all men are great. But I believe every woman has experienced this. So if they are keen to what is happening, if they're aware of it, they will help you. I know I would, and I know a lot of older women and people in general would. Young ladies in general would help get other women out of scenarios. They go up to women who look like they're in danger at parties, and then they pretend like they're best friends or girlfriends. And it is a beautiful kind of community that women have to band together to make sure they're safe. But the fact that we need to do this is scary and terrifying. The fact that a strange guy can just harass a teenage woman, and in general, it's not really reprimanded. It's not, no one's trying to stop that on a larger scale, is why we are all in so much danger, why we should train ourselves more. We should lean away from the definition of femininity, I believe, to try to get more ripped, because that's my ideal for myself. But I know not all women want to do that. Like, not all men want to be more muscular. It's just, it's sad. It's sad, but I love this tweet. I just really like this wreath, and I really wanted to put it in here because I love mushrooms. I even started a druid recently who, she doesn't know any plants because she's from Sigil in space, and there's like only a few trees and very rich people places like New York City type of scenario. And she only has seen mushrooms mainly and moss in the caverns she's lived in the lower cities. So I saw this and I was like, I gotta put this in. You know that
primal urge we get
when we see mushrooms. I mean, I assume a lot of witches get it. Hopefully it's not just me. But yeah, so this is Hello, I Am Silver on Witches vs. the Patriarchy. Great job on that mushroom wreath. Why the is no one naming their children after Greek goddesses? Name fucking child Persephone? If it makes you happy, my name is Demeter, I forgot how to say that, Demeter. In my experience, people named after Greek goddesses are some of the most ethereal, chaotic forces I've ever encountered. Our art department's nude model, for example, is a woman named Hera. She's stunningly beautiful, rides a motorcycle as apparently her only vehicle, grows all of her own food, and keeps bees, turtles, a dog named Argus, who she walks around town with a peacock feather attached to his leash. I'm thoroughly convinced she is not of this realm. I'm pretty sure you met Hera. This actually has me thinking, I mean, if I ever had kids, I always try to think of really unique names. Clearly not those classic white people names like Caitlin with 30 Y's and a T, or mushing together two white people names. No, like going back to heritage names, going back to, because I'm Celtic, I could look up Celtic names for any spawn I have, and it would sound much more beautiful. And it would bring back history. Making new names is fun too, but history is good to keep in system, not just duplicating names from previous people's, you know, like their dad, their mom, keeping the names. That's just boring, and you lose identities through those. If you bring back names from your culture, I think it's a wonderful thing. My brother in Christ. My sister in Satan. Yeah. My sibling in Aphrodite. This one's just straightforward, a great thing to do. We should just use this in general towards people who identify as female. I love it. Witch turns me into frog.
Now suffer.
Me, chilling on a leaf. Witch.
Wait.
Me, experiencing happiness for the first time in my life. Witch.
Hey, no!
Oh, this is an interesting thing to put in Witches vs. the Patriarchy, because it's the negative idea of a witch instead of positive, you know, we love nature, we love helping people, we just look at the moon and tarot cards and everything. But we all know we are the witches and we are the frogs in this scenario. We all just want to chill on a leaf. I just want to go run into the woods, find a pool of moss. I mean it, a pool, something so deep that I can just lay in it, sink into it, and then become a goblin queen or something, and just go to another universe, sink into it like a portal to the Fey realm, and pop out as the goblin queen. Bring me to that world. The church. Don't watch porn, I forbid it. Me writes my own smut. Or personally, I draw my own smut. The church. Inconceivable. I love this energy. Yeah. Draw what you want to see, write what you want to hear and read, and get in tune with that side of yourself if you're old enough, you know.
She had them supple demon wings, hooves with the fur. The whole cult was looking at her. She snatched her soul. Next thing you know, she's dragging you low.
I'd let her drag me low. I don't even know it. I know a little bit what she looks like, but I'd let her drag me so low. So low. That's why I like tiefling. I watched a cat documentary in which witches were described as smart women who understood that cleanliness prevented disease, which is why they're associated with brooms for sweeping and cats which killed rodents. It's amazing, right? That women who are seen as intelligent got turned around to be seen as evil. Shocking. Wow. Yeah, black in general is a protective color. That's why a lot of witches wear it. So of course they'd get a black cat to make it a protective kind of familiar to protect their home, as well as kill the rodents which have disease. And then yeah, the broom, they're just sweeping, man. They're just, people are weird, but history has made them into such a bad icon. The witches are amazing. Cthulhu, the great-great-granddaughter of Genghis Khan, Cthulhu was taught the inner workings of military by her father. For her marriage, she set forth a challenge. She would marry any man who could beat her in wrestling match. But any man who she beat would have to give her a horse. She wound up with 10,000 horses. If that ain't the biggest hustle I've ever heard, oh my goodness, this woman, icon. I need to print her picture and put it above my bed. I love it. Work. Dress for the job you want, not the job you have. Me arrives at work, fully decked out in witch gear. That's me every time. I always have my pentacle on, and I wear dark clothes and or just flowy clothes, and hold crystals on me at all times, as well as draw while I'm at work, but whatever, you know. Local good guy, Robert. After exhaustive research, I believe I have pretty good handle on what women want. Less interference with their bodily autonomy, fewer creeps, more pockets. I base what I purchase on the fact if it has pockets. I'm not going out here without a pocket, and I don't have a small satchel that'll go with most things, so I just need pockets. I don't care if it makes my hips look big. Good. A woman has sparked controversy online after she ripped a part of the Bible asking wives to be submissive to their husbands and used it to smoke weed. True queen, bless. I don't think it's shocking here for anyone watching that I'm not religious to that Bible at all. And the only religion I have is towards the spirit of everything and witchcraft, which is just an understanding that everything is connected and nature has energy, we have energy, and we absolutely should not be submissive to our husbands or wives or anything unless we want to do that in bed. If we're old enough. Hot girl summer is over. It's now the fall of man. It's okay, you guys, I can say that. Don't hate me if you're man watching this. I know a man. It's okay. I know a man, at least one. And like 3. I know 4. I have 5. I know a lot of men, so I can say
fall of man is now.
With that, it's gonna have to be the end of the video. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it. I need to go burn some incense, sage, make some candles and salves, and get ready for October. Also, I do have an animatic called The Maze of Fathaghn coming out soon, and I've been working on it. I could say 2 years, but it's been the past 2 weeks of revising what I worked on a few years ago. It is a lore, a fae story from Tales of Yonder, and I have done black and white drawings to bring it to life, just quicker than an animation. So please stay tuned and check that out when it comes out. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos in the future, because I have a lot more planned. Alright, now record your HP, your spells, and your abilities, because this will continue
in the next video. Bye-bye.